Yesterday, the president announced a second global climate summit, and he's been really doubling down on these ambitious goals to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So I want to ask about the Line 3 pipeline. Enbridge, the energy company, says it's almost complete. It could be operational by this fall. We've talked to opponents and climate scientists who say that from a potential emissions standpoint, it's the equivalent of bringing online more than 40 coal-fired power plants. We know there's ongoing litigation. We've reached out to DOJ and Army Corps of Engineers. But Representative Ilhan Omar and her colleagues wrote specifically to President Biden asking him to look into this pipeline. I just want to know if the president's reviewed that letter, if he plans to respond. Does the president plan to consider, is the president even considering asking the Army Corps of Engineers to review some of their permits on this one?
Well, as you said, it's in the middle of active litigation. So that is where we are going to leave it be. We are certainly aware of the concerns, of the expression of viewpoints on this particular issue, no question about it. But we're going to, it's in the middle of active litigation, so there's not a lot I can say from here on it. I would say that on climate and the president's climate agenda, he has a very ambitious approach that is reflective of the agenda that's moving forward and moving through Congress, something he's talked about with a range of members, over the course of the last couple of weeks. But there's not much I can say beyond what we've said to date.
Yeah, but zooming out, we've talked to some climate scientists who say that, who just really question whether it would be possible for the president to meet his own goals with reducing emissions if new pipelines like this one, if new fossil fuel infrastructure basically get more oil to the market. So are you confident the president can meet his own goals here? And do any new pipelines like this kind of undermine the president's message that the United States wants to be a global leader on this?
Well, again, there's active litigation, so that's where it sits. But I would say that in terms of the president's climate agenda, it's not just one thing. He has taken a range of steps, announced steps steps to drive American leadership forward on clean cars and trucks. That's something he can do on his own. Obviously, there are a number of components that are included in his Build Back Better agenda, in the infrastructure bill, that will take significant steps to moving things forward. He's been a leader in getting us back in on the having a seat at the table on the Paris Climate Agreement. So he has taken across the board steps, every step he can take within his control to move the climate agenda forward. He's identified climate as a crisis facing his presidency and is eager to work with activists to continue to get the job done. But if something's in active litigation, it's in active litigation.